Hello! I think we are live. I'm checking, like always. שלום לכולם. יש לנו לייב עכשיו באנגלית. גל הלילה הכחול, the wave of the blue night. Let us know if you see us, if you hear us. Yes, it's happening. So, I'm sitting here together with Benjamin Bogosian, a very dear friend and a teacher. And I want to welcome, first of all, everyone, the ones in Israel listening to us, the ones in different places in the world maybe listening to us. And I know as I see it that you will see it, even if you're not live with us, it stays on Facebook. I want to ask if you are with us already, if you see people are looking for it, where is it, because it happened before, just let them know that it is on my page, Ziv, and if they cannot find it, just to do refresh on the page and you will find it. So, welcome the wave of the blue night by the dream spell, the wave of dreamers, 13 days of different energies, evolution of the consciousness, and us dreamers and all of you that listening, you are dreamers, we are all dreamers, so it talks a lot for us, yeah? And I want to remind us that we're speaking about different codes: home, abundance, intuition, light, and dreams. These are the codes of the night, and today we are in the 6th day, rhythmic yellow star. It's a day of harmony. It's a day of beauty. The star by the Mayan is Venus. So everything that comes with Venus that we know from our culture as well has to do with this day. And it means that we can find the harmony, we can feel the beauty, or we can feel the lack of harmony and the lack of beauty. Always, every kin will show us the potential and the gap. So today is a very beautiful day, and it can be challenging as well because of that. But this day comes to remind us the beauty inside of us, the beauty around us. So as I suggested, do beautiful things today. Ask for beautiful dreams and for harmony and for elegance and for creativity of beauty in your dreams, in your evening, in your morning, if you're in a place in the morning. So this is the energy of the day. And this live with Benjamin is going to be mainly about lucid dreaming, lucid life. I will just say a few more words and then I want you as well to say who you are. But Benjamin and I, we are teaching together in the last years, 3 years at least. We are teaching dream courses together in different topics, mainly for advanced participants, the ones who already did with me the basic course. So our topics will be lucid dreaming. Our last course was about death and birth in dreams. And I want as well to say that we may this year touch course with the topic of dreams, life force, and Eros Kundalini. So there is what to expect for, and I love working with you, Benjamin. I love dreaming with you, I love research with you, and you know me, it's not easy for me to bring someone into my teaching, and I think we are in harmony. So thank you for that, and welcome. Yes, yeah, we have from Costa Rica with us. Hello, Costa Rica.
Hello, Costa Rica.
This is nice to know. Good. Costa Rica, Portugal, and Israel. Maya, I have San Francisco here with us. True? My cousin. This is great. I like it. Okay, so Benjamin, who are you and what are we doing here today?
Depends on what dream we're in at the moment.
True.
But first to say, I'm honored to be here. I mean, I'm your friend for many years, but to co-teach with you and to be on such internet phenomena, I'm just happy to be next to you and also speaking about these subjects which, as we know, rule, guide, inspire many parts of our life.
Yeah.
If you ask me who I am today, I would say, yeah, I'm 2/3 human, but 1/3 a dreamer, because, that's actually what we're doing. We're awake 2/3 the day and then we're asleep the other third. and what this means for us as evolutionary beings. Why did it come that we dream so much, and why is it that our Western culture forgets this often? So that's in a way like one thing to wake up to when we talk about living a lucid life, is to realize what is the human being. We're not just daytime beings, but we're nighttime, we're sleeping beings, but that sleep doesn't need to be unconscious. Yeah. And so today there's a question that comes, when we talk about lucid life. We think lucid dreaming, we think dreaming, often we think the mind, or at least I do. In the past I thought much more about the mind and what is consciousness, but actually what about the heart, which is part of all this. And since it's a question I've been moving, I would also just put it here.
Please.
What does lucid living and lucid dreaming have to do with the heart, actually? Or the other way around?
Oh, thank you for this question. I truly like it. It activates me. The first thing that comes to me will be that the heart is what I have in between my spiritual world and my earthy existence. So when I'm speaking about dreams, I feel that in order to be a dreamer in this world, I need three things. One will be roots down in this earth. Body, physical body, eating well, sleeping well, taking care of my temple, this physical body. Second will be my wings, to know how to fly, in my consciousness. Dreaming, awakening, I'm not now speaking about it, but as the whole, to know how to stretch my wings while I have roots in the ground. And the third thing will be the heart. And the heart will be what is really connecting me between all the worlds. It's like the tool or vessel, I would say better, to integrate all of this, to balance. If I'm going too far, this will bring me down. If I go too earthy and down, this will remind me, come up. And not only personal, but I feel as well, the heart is like the level of community. So if when I'm grounding, working with the earth, and I'm going up, so it's me between Gaia, it's me with the stars, the heart will remind me as well that I'm part of the community. So in order to be a dreamer, I cannot do it alone. I have to have a community with me. I have to have compañeras with me to walk this path, to speak about it, to get reflections, and to do it with the level of the heart, of love, of trust building. So this is, I think, the main thing that connects me. This will be the vessel of balancing between all.
Wow.
Thank you for this. If you have any ideas for this question, please send to us. I'm curious, and I would love to hear from you with this question. How do you see it?
Thank you for the reflection. It's new elements that came into my being that I didn't consider before. The heart. What does the heart have to do with evolution, I would say, or really developing, not just I'm talking externally with technology and society, but really the internal part of the human being, how we grow. And for me, this just comes now. I never formulated it like this, but like motivation is always a strong aspect of the heart, why I do things. And also with dreaming, it could be the same thing. Why am I dreaming? Okay, I can just pretend and be a passive observer and think it's just a process of digesting the day, and sometimes insight comes in. Sometimes a relative might visit me, a relative that has died, but I'm more or less passive. But the moment I start to act, I believe, is the moment I set a motivation, why I do something, for what. And I can't think of any higher motivation, but again, to connect, to become more sensitive to other people, to other beings. I don't just mean human people, but non-human people as well. And to know that this is a way of life, that the heart kind of leads the way. And that any action starting from that is imbued, like it has that tone, it has that flavor of that motivation, and which also helps a lot with the mistakes, which I know, okay, I'm working through something, whether this is in a relationship, whether it's in work, or whatever. Or I don't get lucid again after trying again and again, but if I stay with my motivation, I'm doing this to become a more clear, awake person, so I can be a benefit to people around me. Doesn't matter if I don't get lucid for 2 months. With that motivation, I'm fed by something. So it's like a nourishment coming from the heart, but formulated in motivation.
It's so beautiful. Thank you for bringing us to the heart. It's really good. And somehow what comes with a question to you now is the compassion. Compassion of the heart of compassion. And when I'm saying this, I'm going straight to Tibet and to the Buddhism. The compassion that comes there is so strong, and with the same, we can say, dream yoga. The way of dreaming, the way of lucid dreaming in Tibet is a way of how to live somehow, It's really a teaching of how to live and how to die. And when I combine this to the compassion of the heart with dream yoga, what is the connection there? Why those two are so important? How can you see it? Because you are just saying you are really walking in a path many years with the Tibetan Buddhism, with dreaming, with practice. And I think I'm curious to hear about this point.
Just to find the complementary, because there's dream time practice, but there's something called illusory body practice, which is like walking through the daytime, constantly viewing things as like a dream. So that is also imbued with this motivation. So not just to put it at night.
Lucid life.
Lucid life, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, compassion has two things, definitely much more, but what comes now is something that's kind of like wise self-interest, and then something that connects me to others. And the wise self-interest is if I really want to attain something or reach a goal, I need a strong motivation. And if it's just with me, I might give up after only 2 tries. But if I know, okay, if I succeed in doing this, if I succeed in integrating shadow in my lucid dreams, if I can get over the grudges or the anger or aggression I have towards certain people, and that's a very fine garden bed to work with, that's a very powerful way to work with it, then I know this will benefit people. And if it's just for me to have a better day, I could also do something else. I could also go to Las Vegas and go gamble, and maybe that gives me a sense of, I feel better.
Fulfillment.
But the fulfillment that comes in a stronger loop, it's kind of like it's a loop that constantly runs again and again, is the relation with others. And then the other is just the basic acknowledgement that comes in the form of compassion that I am interconnected with everyone in my life. And so with lucid dreaming, when I know I go to sleep at night, yes, I'm alone, but with all the networks I'm sensitive to, all the people, I'm bringing them into that dream experience with the motivation, may this experience come out and benefit them. I mean, this is classic Buddhist framing of practices, is to think more than just oneself. But when you really look at the subtleties, practically, I am anyway always connected to other people.
Yeah.
So I'm always bringing them into the experience, at least become conscious of it. And that's the main point I want to bring out. And the heart is always present in every relation, So let's at least
be lucid about
it. Be lucid about it, exactly.
Lucid heart. This is our next... how to live with a lucid heart. I like it. It's a new concept. And thank you for this. I just want to say hello if you just joined. Yes, we are in the wave of the blue night, and we are here speaking about lucid dreaming, lucid life. Just to say, maybe in one sentence, what is lucid dreaming? So lucid dreaming or conscious dreaming means that while I'm dreaming, I know it is a dream. Yeah? It's not about if I can do something, if I control on something. It's not about that. It's about the fact that I'm consciously know that I'm dreaming, right? This is it. From here, so many things can happen, yeah? We can be active, we can be passive, we can be in a healing mode, we can be in a nightmare that will be lucid, we can be in a very funny, we can be in a sexual dream, like everything can be there. So lucid dreaming is not always magical and beautiful, it can be anything. It's only the fact that I know that I'm dreaming. So yeah, with this, let's see, what's now? What do we do? Lucid life, lucid dreaming, how those connect to each other. As well, I want to say that if you have questions or anything to add, please write to us. Yeah, it can be here, it can be after the live, and of course we will get back to you.
I mean, what comes now is a question we've also brought up in different situations of teaching, like the aspect that the reason why we want to become lucid can always change and evolve, and from day to day. And I'm curious, like, what would be your reason now to become lucid? And for what? Like, what would you like to actually do in a lucid dream? If you were to become lucid, let's pretend we're in a dream now, and you were just to realize, what would you do now, actually?
It's a good question. I think first it reminded me something that I told you already. When I was now in Israel, in an evening of lucid dreaming, I made a little practice, yeah? And that was the question. Now in a lucid dream, what do you want to perceive? What do you want to know? What will you do? And I was sitting with a woman there, and she was, it's okay, like I'm not revealing her name, or so it's just the topic. Yeah, she said that I would love to meet Gaia. I would love to meet Gaia and to ask her how she is and what does she need. And I was in front of her, and then it was my turn, and I said, I would love to meet the consciousness of AI, of artificial intelligence, and to ask it, what do you need and why are you here? And we were sitting there, one in front of another, with the Gaia and the artificial intelligence, and really because I'm curious about it. So now if you ask me, I don't know if I will say the same, yeah? I think at the moment, I will ask, what do I need for my healing? And the way I can do it, I can, for example, if I see a certain figure in the dream, it can be a woman, a man, a dog, a tree, yeah, it can be anything. I can come to the tree, I can touch it or hug the tree and ask, what do I need for my healing? Or if I do not know who to ask, because there are no figures, I'm in the middle of the desert or in a star, I can shout to the dream, show me, dream, please show me, what do I need for my healing? Yeah? So I think that will be something that I will do now. If you have ideas here for things that you will do, let us know. And same question to you. And we have here, the waves of influence that come from the being in awaked open heart. Thank you, Ronen. Lucid dream. Now you're in a lucid dream, Benjamin. With me? No.
With you.
What do you do?
Two things come. I mean, one, I would really pay attention to the physical reality of the dream. To really get to try to look deeper into the aspect of the mind or consciousness, because we have to remember that when we're in a dream, that is all composed of the mind. Unlike this world, where it's our mind superimposed on other realities and influences, in a dream, it's really the mind consciousness reproducing. And it's fascinating when you touch a piece of wood, it really feels like wood. And then the next moment to say, okay, but I'm going to put my hand through this now and it becomes liquid. And I've done this in the past a lot of times. This is one of my most beloved activities because it's so fascinating to feel liquid wood. Like, and who is creating that sensation that I have? Because I've never had that in life. But, and I think I went through it a bit too quickly. to really look what is really going on there. And to ask the question, like, who is the one, or what is the force that is creating this scenario now? And to get a bit more intimate with the, not just people in the dream, but actually the matter itself that is coming from a deeper aspect of my mind. That would be one thing. And the other simply is like, I've never been able to fully transform myself into a female body.
Oh.
Which is a traditional Tibetan practice, is to transform yourself
to the other gender.
To the other gender, yeah.
To animals.
To animals, to a chair, to transform, to embody it.
Yes.
But one really interesting one is to just really try to embody the other sex in this. Maybe I would try to duplicate Lee and sit next to you.
I can play with that. No, this is a great practice. I have to say that from Benjamin, different practices that I never thought of. I remember when he told me for the first time about sit for a meditation in your lucid dreaming. And when something is really interesting for us, there is curiosity about it, so the subconscious takes it, absorb it. If not, if it has no juice, so it will just fly next to us. But this one was like, interesting meditation in my dream. And it took some time, and I remember a lucid dreaming, the first one that it happened, that in the dream I'm flying. I'm just flying, and I'm bored. I don't know what to do. It happens as well. And I'm flying like, okay, it's a lucid dream, what should I do? And of course, just to say, it's a reflection of my boundaries as well, to say I'm bored. How can I be bored? There is like limitless things to do. But I was bored. And then suddenly, while I was thinking, what should I do? Benjamin, okay, meditation. And while I was thinking that, I was just sitting. Exactly in this moment, I went down. It was a main road with cars. I just went down and sat in the middle of the road. I'm dreaming everything will be okay. And I closed my eyes. And for the first time, I felt... it's an extraordinary feeling, and I know it from people that had it, and you as well. Like, it's a very, very powerful feeling to sit in a meditation, because suddenly all the focus is changing and the eyes are being closed. So I'm not outside, I'm inside in the dream, in, So I will not go into what can happen and what happened to me, but it's extraordinary. So to get this inspiration, from people around, from ideas of what can you do, what can you try. And it's not always be active. You can sit for meditation. You can just fly and look around what is happening. You can just ask your dream, show me something interesting.
Just a little sort of side note. I heard from different teachers, one reason why meditation in a dream becomes so powerful fast is because that consciousness is not correlated with a body. And so in daytime, when I'm meditating, I have tension in my body. I have the energy channels. They're all interlinked. And so if there's tension in my body or toxins or whatever, this can influence my subtle mind. But in a lucid dream, your body doesn't exist. And so it's kind of like a fast highway towards
physical
connection.
Body.
I don't have a physical body, but in the dream, it's a dream body. It's made of the mind or consciousness, and it's but yet the sensations can be incredibly powerful because you're still moving large amounts of energy. Just an interesting side note. Why,
it's beautiful,
and it's very difficult often because the best way to wake up from a lucid dream is to stay still. So to stay still and close the eyes without blacking out or losing connection to the dream world, it's itself as a
mission.
It's a mission, but it's worthwhile, I think.
Yeah. Like, try to die in a lucid dreaming. For example, he tried, I tried, it's like, it's really interesting. And what is happening there in this moment? What is death really in dreams? A conscious death, in a way. Where can it lead us? So Ronen as well, he wrote, try becoming a Dakini in a lucid dream. I think it refers to you. It's interesting. And yeah, we are very close to end. We said today we'll have half an hour live. And I want to check if you have, the people here with us, if you have any questions about lucid dreaming, about the wave, about the connection. But I would say we are very close to it. And maybe I want to just say that when will it be? In October? Yes, in October we will start, 11th of October. Yes. We will start our next course about lucid dreaming. It's mainly for advanced students, the ones who already walked away a path with me or with us. It will be in English, and it's a 9 weeks course about lucidity, lucid dream, lucid life. I see the internet connection is not the best. I'm sorry if it's like this, let me know. Benjamin, anything still to ask or to say, or we have 3 minutes?
I would just wish us all a conscious moment before seemingly passing out at night. Just to really take a moment to acknowledge the day, but also acknowledge what's to come, because in a way you could start to think, actually my day starts now. Instead of thinking it starts at dawn, it can actually start at dusk, and that can also be, so maybe you try it out tonight.
I like it. Yes. Beautiful. And as well, I would add to it that put an intention, not only to remember my dream, but to be awakened in my dream. Yeah, to remember it in the morning, to wake up in my dream. And there are many ways to do it, many books about it, many teachers that will tell you there are so many methods how to become lucid. When you become lucid, it starts, yeah, and it's a journey. It's a journey of life. And I will maybe say the last thing, that always ask yourself why you want to become lucid. What is your motivation? What is your intention? What is your purpose? What is the essence? Why do I want to become lucid? It's really, really important in this path. And to connect us to the beginning of the first question Benjamin brought about the heart, always check where is your heart in this journey. As a dreamer, lucid or non-lucid, as a dreamer, as a human, yeah. Always let us check where is our heart and how our heart feels. Yes, and I want to thank you. I want to thank you, Benjamin.
Thank you, Dave,
for being here with me and with us in the wave. And thank you, everyone, for joining this, this live. Any questions, anything, please let us know. We will write about the course that starts in October if you want to join us. And may we have a beautiful night, still the yellow rhythmic star. Tomorrow we're going into the red resonance moon. And a very different day. If you want, tomorrow morning you will get all the information through Facebook, email, like mailing list, WhatsApp, and Instagram, everything. So thank you. Have a beautiful day or night. Thank you for the wave of the blue night. Thank you for the dream world. Ciao.